does this do? Okay, hi guys. I'm trying to get my screen right. I'm hoping that this is filming landscape and not portrait. If it's portrait, I'm sorry. I apologize. Just try to go along with the reading as best you can. All right, so welcome to my channel, Soulight Hypnotherapy. My name is Kirsten, and this is a Trump-related reading, and it was inspired by one of my Patreon subscribers, Karen DH. Thank you, Karen. Karen wants to know, was this past Monday's helicopter crash in New York? Sorry, guys, give me 1 second. I just realized that I didn't put my mic on, so you probably can't hear me. Let me just put that on real quick. Okay. It's always hard to find a good place to put it where it's not going to fall off. So hopefully you can hear me better now. Okay, so this is a Trump-related reading. It is inspired by one of my Patreon subscribers, Karen DH, wanted to find out if Monday's helicopter crash in New York had anything to do with it, had any sort of was it intentional to preempt the Judicial Committee hearing, or was the timing just a coincidence? It took me a while to say that. So that's her question. And that's what I posted the cards. Today I'm using the Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot, Sibylla and Divina, and a new deck. It's a Lavera Sibylla deck, but it's a different, more modernized one. It's called Gypsy Oracle Cards. And the Sibyllas will clarify the tarot. So, yeah, I started off with asking yes or no. Was there any sort of connection with the crash? And, to deter or to distract from John Dean's hearing. And the answer that I got from the tarot is yes. And I made sure to word it without including, or was it a coincidence, that she had that in her question, but I didn't word it that way. So I just wanted to know if there was a connection to distract. And the answer that I got from tarot was yes. So as I read through the Sibyllas, you guys can just kind of follow along, and maybe it'll paint the right story for you. So we start off with loss of money. Loss of money. Oh, here we go. This is about incompetence surrounding your activities. I should probably start with the tarot. Initially looking at the tarot, we've got the Magician, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot, which to me represents the plane or the helicopter, the Four of Fire or the Four of Wands, which can represent a meeting, a gathering, and the Nine of Cups, the Wish card. So with the Magician, this is someone who's got a lot of power and influence to make things happen and can be a manipulator of magical energy, or their willpower is very strong. This is someone who can direct things and make things happen, not only magically, but also, in the physical. They have a lot of power and influence available to them, and a lot of sway over things or people. And like I said, it can represent manipulation, or occult energy or magic to direct one's will. This is someone who manifests what they want. They get what they want, right? It's clarified by the Young Woman card. The Young Woman card represents prematurity. Something happened too fast, and the situation had to change right away. I just jumped right into the reading and I forgot to ask you guys, because you have to ask or people don't give what you request. Could you please hit the like button for me and subscribe if you haven't already? Share my videos with your friends if you like them. Help me grow my channel. If you'd like to support the channel monetarily, you can become a Patreon subscriber, or you can donate. There's a donate button on the homepage. But your comments and your sharing and hitting the like button is awesome support too. So thank you all to everyone who's done so, and thank you in advance for everyone who will do so. So this woman represents prematurity, premature happenings, having to switch gears fast. Something goes wrong. You know, for like example, if someone is pregnant and they have to have a C-section, the baby comes too soon. Something happened too soon. The situation speeded up. It got crazy. Like this energy got out of control, right? Whoever was wielding this energy, it got out of control. So this could represent the pilot, or this could represent this person here, because there's a person right here, right? But before we get to who that person is, the loss of money also represents, clarifies this magician section here. And I don't know if I said it already. This can represent incompetence. Incompetence surrounds your activity. Someone didn't know what they were doing, or something got out of control, like I said before. And as a result, there's a major loss, a loss with no recovery. So there was a death. Someone is hiding the truth and blocking the truth. There might have been some manipulation here, or a desire to hide the truth or block the truth, John Dean's testimony. The situation is one of a mistake, and someone should have known better. There was something that was reckless, or like I said, something got out of control. Maybe a loss of power or energy, or misdirected power or energy, whether we're talking about physical or metaphysical. As a result, a material object and actual loss of life occurred. And the card talks about a mentally confused male practitioner, director of energy, the guy who's probably flying the plane. But also, it could be referring to this energy here, okay? Whoever this is. Whoever this is, this Nine of Pentacles, this is a very wealthy person. A rich, wealthy person. It's usually a woman. But it has a man here below, so it could be a man and a woman, or it could be just referring to a man and their status. But I, as we have a young woman here, a wealthy, rich business person or woman is successful in their work. So this work was carried out and it was a success. This situation was manifested for the purpose to bring success to this mercante here. Mercante is a wealthy, rich businessman. It usually depicts Trump, usually when he's like this. But this is someone whose efforts are rewarded, well rewarded in the end. Okay? So manipulative efforts are rewarded in the end. When I look at, when I clarified this card with the Sibylla and Divina, two cards fell out. We got the Thought card and the Victory card reversed. Usually if these are sitting outside, I was looking at this reading yesterday and in the sun, trying to regain my health. I've had a migraine for the last couple of days, and it was on the clearing up end yesterday. So I could function and I could be in light, but I was still like having a dull headache. So I just wanted to sit outside, and it kind of melted my sticky tack. But luckily sticky tack comes right back up. But I got to be careful with it. It's starting to mess up my cards. And I don't want that. When the victory card comes out next to the loss of money card, or whatever is object, whatever material object is lost, is found. But because it's reversed, it's not found, right? So there was, irreplaceable loss, something destroyed, the death, the plane. But these two cards fill out to represent this Nine of Pentacles energy, this successful person, successful in their efforts, whose efforts paid off. And thought represents mindful thoughts. Someone's mindful thoughts dictated a situation. So when I say it could have been like willpower, magical power, I don't want you to think that I'm crazy. That kind of stuff exists. Maybe you don't think so, but the cards are saying so, that this was dictated by someone's power of their mind. It says their thoughts were gloomy and full of dark energy and insecurity and doubt. That might have been what made the energy go off, right? Because of the doubt. This person knows how to wield these powers, knows how to send this energy, knows how to fly this plane, yet something caused them to go off. This is someone who's highly sensitive. Sensitivity can mean sensitive emotionally, it can mean psychically sensitive. I'm just giving you the options here, and you can work out for you what you think this means, okay? My conclusion is I do think there was some sort of something going on a supernatural level, maybe, but it doesn't always have to mean that, because I see the physical story of the pilot is confused. Something got out of control, lost power, lost control. Something happened too fast and he couldn't switch gears fast enough. All right, but maybe this is the result of some mind manipulation or spiritual manipulation. Something was created through the use of one's mind, and thoughts were dark and gloomy, full of insecurity and doubt. One is highly sensitive and now thinks well before acting, or maybe they're reflecting upon the situation and having regretful thoughts. With the victory card, it didn't come out right. It didn't work out right. Victory is either delayed or it comes with a cost. One should have waited for better timing. The timing was wrong. Something was off with the timing. It could be talking about a plane or something that helicopter, right? This also talks about repeating a negative event, a major event. So reminiscent of 9/11, there were a lot of gloomy thoughts, fears, worries, insecurities about this happening again. But I don't see a lot of like super fearful cards besides these. So I feel like the fear was more prompted by the news. The Chariot can represent promotion, PR, so broadcasts, for me as a nuanced meaning, as well as travel, fast travel, moving forward ahead very fast towards one game or towards one's victory, goal, agenda, despite opposing conflicts. So I feel like the victory was won. The victory was won for this rich person. He may have been helped. This may have been an indirect influence, not Donald Trump himself. It may have been someone helping him. Powerful rich woman. a powerful spiritual practitioner. I don't know. I mean, I'm just telling you what the cards say. So it didn't work out right. There was something wrong with the timing. And I feel like the whole 9/11 fear was really, really overdone by the media with this Chariot card. Now, Chariot can also here represent, I feel, Congress. It's a chief driving force. It's a powerful energy that promotes or propels. It's a plane, it's a helicopter, it could be a high official, could be our sovereign leader, or more like our albatross abomination of a leader. Traveling too fast, moving forward and charging ahead towards their victory, their aim, their agenda, their goal. Mission accomplished, right? But there is significant loss without recovery. And the victory goes to, because he's in this direction, he goes to the wealthy person. But there's regrets. Now, cheerfulness, hopefully you guys can see this because I'm not looking at my camera. I've got the angle of the camera up here, so I'm looking at the card. So I'm hoping you're seeing everything. But with cheerfulness, there's celebration, right? So we win, we win, we won. Yeah, the John Dean hearing was a big washout. And this big, important, hyped, promoted public event went up in smoke. I'm surprised I don't have any smoking cards here. But spirits were uplifted for the party, for the Republican Party, for Trump and the party. There was a lot of the other party, though, was looking forward to this outcome. They really wanted to share this information with the public. And that's why they wanted it to get promotion. And so they were sad. They were regretful that they didn't get promotion. It was over. In a sense, this is a preempt card, you know? This is, as I read tarot and as I read Sibylla, I learn as I go. I've only been reading for a couple of years, and it's amazing. Like, you guys should always, like, if you're readers, you should always journal meanings as they come to you because they become your meanings. So now this is my preempt card because this is what it means. For sure. But it was manipulated preemption. Is that a word? And it was work that paid off in the end. It was a victory, but there was a significant loss. And there's celebration here, but there's also a lot of sentiment for, the loss, and sentiment for the event that it represented and the fear that was promoted, right? It was too much. The media, I don't know. I thought it was too much, but I'm not from New York, so I didn't have that kind of feeling. So maybe I'm not being sensitive enough. I'm not sure. But I just felt like it was overdone, and it just felt wrong to me. I did watch some of the John Dean testimony, I guess if you want to call it. And that was also, I think, a waste, excess, a waste, an indulgence, you know. It got spoiled. To their contrariety, displeasure. Y'all know I love this card. So the news that they wanted to share um, didn't get the coverage that they wanted, was not promoted completely, or it was overshadowed. And there's sorrow expressed in this card, and anxiety and conflict. This is a psychological fight, these cards are saying. This is a psychological fight in Congress. Bred to purposely induce frustration and impediments. And lo and behold, it's next to the impediment block card. Obstacles. That's William Barr's sole job, is to create impediment, blocks, and obstacles. And you see how they're setting, these are not stupid people, and Trump is no fool. I have told you guys from the get-go. I don't like him, but that's a lucky motherfucker. Trump isn't one. He's a criminal mind. And he's surrounded himself with sycophants. And this is a coup. This is a coup. All right, I'm not going to get crazy. But guys, this is a coup. All right, by the Republican Party. Can't you see what's happening? My next reading, I'm sure we're going to delve into it a lot deeper with Trump's latest messaging that it's okay to seek help from foreign powers because of his guilt that he knows Hope Hicks is probably going to lay out in her testimony about old Don Jr. and them fabricating that lie of obstruction. All of this I foretold, by the way, in one of my readings, the Mueller report, as well as what's happening right now with Trump basically selling America to the highest bidder. That's going to be linked. That video, please take a look at it, will be linked after this one. That we have who is the next president, and Rudy Giuliani's no good action, something like that. I think that's what it's called. All of that is playing out right now, so please listen to that one again. But next to impediment, that's what Congress was. The meeting was blocked or obscured. There was unforeseen hurdles. This was not foreseen. This was unexpected, or was it? There's some manipulation here. So this uphill battle that Congress has now to awaken the public to the rogueness and the atrocity of this administration is, it's got a short lifespan. I see a deadline. There's only so much more time available to win this race. Okay? I'm kind of going off my little script here. So, I have to kind of feel what I'm saying. I was going to go live yesterday, but I was dealing with a headache, and I wasn't sure if I could tune in, because sometimes I need to be in that zone, and I can't really do that if I have a headache. So, but I may do it again. I may, go live next week. But I just want to be comfortable and read these cards to you. So, whatever's, I'm not going to put any pressure on myself. Anyway, where was I? So it's a missed opportunity here. Congress is being too cautious. They're taking too long. They're too reluctant to impeach. There's clashing opinions in Congress. This is usually a card of harmony, right? But I'm feeling there's a challenge to get the harmony. More of a challenge. It's challenging to get harmony. It's challenging to get everybody on the same page, to get everybody to support one another. This Congress is too divided. The cards are also saying that this hearing was just not successful. It completely did not reach its aim. goal or vision, um, there's got to be a winner or a loser. They lost. So now I feel, though, that there is a meeting happening. Um, there's meetings happening behind the scene, behind closed doors, with the reunion, coming together and discussing things in private. This is a private secret card to grant the wish. I told you guys that Nancy is reluctant because she feels like Trump is trying to bait her, to manipulate her into impeaching. And you guys know that I said, based on my readings, that Spirit wants Congress to do the right thing. The Founding Fathers want Congress to follow through and let the work play out. So, and then in another reading, one of you guys asked me, "Will she impeach?" Yes, she will. She's just gonna take it to the, she's. It's all about timing for her. She's waiting for the right time. She really does want to share as much information as possible with the public. But now there are serious discussions going on behind closed doors. There's a lot of conflict in her own house, in her own party, to make something happen. Something important needs to be discussed and moved needs to be discussed in order to move forward, right? Progress is stalled. Progress is halted. But the wish is granted. Everybody's wish is granted. Your wish will be granted. I told you this before. My God, I'm repeating myself like over and over again. I'm sorry. I must be annoying. Trump will get his wish, and we will get our wish. And Trump will be impeached. Or, the impeachment inquiry will begin. Not sure how soon, but she'll get there. Tenderness, reconciliation. Someone returns and grants a big wish, usually a motherly figure. There's emotional fulfillment. Nine of Cups. This clarifies the Nine of Cups. And there's a gesture, a big gesture of goodwill. Um, hmm. So someone comes in to help and support Congress. It may be Mueller. It may be someone else. But it's much appreciated and valued. And there's a lot of approval that will be coming in for Nancy Pelosi soon. A lot of approval from her members, from her House members, from those that depend on her. She's granting their wish. She's granting Trump's wish. She's granting my wish. Right? Because they know the value of Congress. They know the value of the country. They know the value. They know what this is worth. It's worth way too much. Now, this empty room card is weird for me. Now, like I said before, it talks about having private, intimate, sharing conversations. It's a card of one-on-ones. This could be the talk that Trump had with George Stephanopoulos yesterday. The interview. And that's what's going to make Nancy grant the wish. That's what's causing these secret meetings, right? Secret, sensitive, classified information. Handling things in an orderly fashion. But there's someone missing. Someone's missing from this room. Someone's missing from this chair. And we're waiting now for that someone to arrive. And the wish will be granted. So, and I also told you guys that Mueller would be speaking unofficially soon, which he already did, and officially around the end of June, July. I really feel it will be most likely July. So, to answer your question, was there any sort of connection to divert attention. I don't think anybody wanted anyone to get killed. I think that was an accident. But I do feel there was some sort of indirect connection. Not Donald Trump himself, maybe, or I mean, I feel a woman here. And somehow through lack of faith, the vision was distorted and the energy went awry. And so we're still here. But I think we're going to have something to celebrate and be happy about soon. It's got to play out. And it's got to play out. The founding fathers want it to play out. They want the structure that they built up to stand. So let it stand, Nancy. Do what is needed. So that's my reading, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please hit the like button if you haven't already. It's free. Please join me on Patreon. Please become a Patreon subscriber. Please help out the channel in any way that you can. Share my videos. Comment. Subscribe if you haven't already. And encourage your friends to subscribe. And thank you all so much. And I'll be posting another reading very soon on this crazy interview that Trump just gave and what that's going to mean for the FBI and Pelosi, which I feel like we already got our answer, and for Trump going forward. So that's next. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.